Well, the Crysis Trilogy. So, this was a really interesting game that we've had for quite a bit of time, but only really completed this year. Of course, I'll be reviewing all three Crysis games and giving my thoughts on them and what really made me want to play them to begin with. So, of course, let's start off with Crysis 1 Remastered. So, Crysis Remastered was a really interesting game, and it took us quite a bit of time to really appreciate it. Our first experience with this game was in late 2023 when we got it on the Xbox Series X. And we didn't really play it much, and eventually tried it again in 2024 on the PS4 version because it was on sale along with Crysis 2 and 3, and it took us quite a bit to really complete this game because we were really not used to the stealth mechanics of this game, which was honestly really disappointing because looking back, the game is honestly really fun and was right up our alley. The game is pretty simple. It's a first person shooter, but it has some sci fi elements. Yeah, you also fight aliens in this game, which is pretty cool. You also get the ability to increase your character's armor and use a camouflage mode. Overall, it's a really diverse first person shooter and really shows the unique creativity that this genre can have. And this was one that I fairly enjoyed. While it took us quite a bit to really complete the game because we were getting used to the mechanics, overall it's a really fun game, and we're glad that we gave this one a try. Really, the only issue with this game is some enemies are just kind of a little frustrating to deal with. Some levels themselves were also a little tedious, but it's not enough to really turn us off on a game to the point where we would never want to play it ever again. And it was Crysis 2 that helped us even want to complete this one. And it's funny because we were playing Crysis 2, but then we go back to Crysis 1 because we wanted to see where we are, and we just started playing, and we got further and further and just couldn't really put down the controller until we finally completed the game. And that's when we realized that, yeah, Crysis 1 we severely misjudged, and it's generally one of the best games we've played, which made us hyped to complete Crysis 2 and 3. So, of course, moving on to Crysis 2. Crysis 2 we went to just to really see if the game changed, and overall, yeah, the game is definitely a much user-friendly experience. We'd personally say that this one, along with 3, are the easiest ones to get into. So if you're a newcomer to the series, definitely play 2 and 3 first, but definitely finish 1 first to really get the full story. Overall, Crysis 2 is probably the best in the series, and we kind of realized something funny with that and the Resistance series is that the first one, yeah, the first games are definitely very flawed, but still enjoyable, while the second entries are the best, and the third ones, while good, are the second best. So it just was also funny. Not to mention, this game, along with Persistence, are also about aliens, which is kind of cool to really think about, and it's kind of fun that we had issues getting into both games. But back to Crysis 2. This one was really fun, and this was arguably one of the best games of this year we've played, and really made us sad that it took such a long time to really get to this one. Overall, the gameplay is pretty fun, and while it's pretty similar to Crysis 1, it doesn't take away from any enjoyability from the game, and this was still, a really fun experience to have, and, we definitely recommend it. Then, of course, we have Crysis 3, which is unfortunate because this is the most recent Crysis game to come out, and it kind of sucks that we never got anything else after this. Well, at least nothing that I know of. First of all, I'm just gonna say the bow. The bow is awesome. Crysis 3 is an amazing game. While it's not the best compared to Crysis 2, Crysis 2 left a lot to really be desired and really just set up a huge bar. Crysis 3 kind of meets a lot of the expectations, and while it doesn't really get behind the finish, well, it doesn't really pass the finish line in some regards. It definitely is a worthy sequel to Crysis 2 and a really amazing game. Like, this one is close to being a 10 out of 10 for us. Crysis 3 is an amazing game and has some really great gameplay. The final boss battle was also pretty cool too, and quite difficult and really satisfying. Overall, Crysis 3 is a really amazing game, and we had fun with it. It didn't really take that long to complete it because we were just completely glued to completing this game and are looking forward to trophy hunting this one. And of course, what are our thoughts on the Crysis trilogy? Is it good? Do we recommend it? Yeah, we definitely can recommend the Crysis trilogy. It's an amazing trilogy, and all three games do have their cons and pros. A lot of pros too. And overall, this series was pretty good, and we had a lot of fun playing it. We're looking forward to trophy hunting this one, and we definitely do recommend it to anyone who hasn't really played much first-person shooters, was looking for, some new sci-fi games to play. Can't really go wrong with this series, and we're looking forward to playing more Crysis in the future, and hopefully they do a PS5 or Series X version, or hopefully they at least do another Crysis game. But that's all we really have for today, so of course we'll be back next time with more reviews. So until then, thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful day.